Jai Hind students. Today our topic is noun. We will learn in this chapter about noun and different kinds of noun. Here are the contents. We will try to find out the definition of noun. Then we will learn about different kinds of noun like common and proper noun, collective and material noun, abstract noun, and countable and uncountable noun. Definition. Noun is the name of person, place, animal, thing, and idea. As you all are aware that noun is actually a naming word. Here are some examples. Persons like mother, doctor, teacher, Mr. Sharma, Sardar Patel, etc. Places like school, park, road, Taj Mahal, Ahmedabad, and so many are there. Animals and birds also like lion, tiger, parrot, sparrow, etc. Things like bag, bottles, fruits, table, vehicle, and many more. Ideas like happiness, greed, honesty, bravery, and some other ideas also you can add. Yes, students, you can make a long list of these nouns. So try to find out by yourself the things, the animals and birds, places, the persons which you are watching around you, and the ideas, the feelings which you are shared with someone. These are also nouns. So try to make your own list. Now, let us learn about different kinds of noun. I have sum up over here total 6 kinds of noun. Common noun, proper noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun, and countable and uncountable noun. So let us know something more about these. Common noun. Now read the following sentences. Sita is a good girl. Rita is the girl to whom I met. Sunita is the best girl of her class. In all the above sentences, the word girl is used for all 3 names, that is Sita, Rita, and Sunita. It means the word girl is common for all these 3 names. It is called common noun. So we can say that common noun is a name given in common to every person, place, or thing of the same class or same kind. See some more other examples. Mohit, Ritesh, or Harsh, all are boys. Or Ahmedabad, Mumbai, or Jaipur, all are cities. In these examples, boys and cities are common nouns. You can add many more examples, like you can say that eclairs, dairy milk, and Kit Kat all are chocolates. You can say that Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra all are rivers. So, in my first example, chocolates is a common noun, and the second one, rivers, is a common noun. Common noun follows some rules. The first one is common noun is a common name for any noun. Second one, the first letter of a common noun is always a small letter, means it does not need capitalization. But don't forget one thing, that if the sentence starts from the common noun, then As a rule of sentence framing, the first letter will be capital. Now the second, that is proper noun. Now again read the following sentences. Mohit, Krish and Vrij are my friends. Mohit is from Baroda city. Krish lives in Rajkot city. Vrij lives in Ahmedabad city. In the above sentences, I have 3 friends, but all of them have their specific name, like Mohit, Krish, and Vrij, and each of them lives in some specific city, like Baroda, Rajkot, and Ahmedabad. This specific name is actually called proper noun. So I can say that proper noun is the name of some particular person, place, or thing. Proper means one's own. So we can say that proper name is a noun's own name. You also have your own name, that is your proper noun. Let us see some other examples. If I ask you, which chocolate does your sister and you like? You can say that my sister likes dairy milk and I like Kit Kat. Here, dairy milk and Kit Kat are particular name of chocolates. So, these are proper nouns. Proper noun also follows some rules. Proper noun is a specific or particular name of any noun. And the second one, the first letter of a proper noun is always a capital letter. It means it need capitalization. If the proper noun is coming in between of any sentence, then also the first letter of a proper noun will be capital letter. Proper nouns sometimes used as common nouns. Please pay attention. This is very important because here we are going to use proper noun as a common noun. So here is an example. Mohit is often called Virat Kohli of our cricket team. Here Virat Kohli is used as a common noun just to tell that Mohit is the best player of our team, like Virat Kohli, who is the best player of Indian cricket team. What does it mean? Let me explain it again. In this sentence, that Mohit is often called Virat Kohli of our cricket team. What I'm trying to say that Mohit is playing very nicely in my team. He is the best player, and Virat Kohli is actually represents the best player of my team in this sentence. That's why I can say that here in this sentence Virat Kohli is a common noun, but as the rule, proper noun always starts with capitalization. That's why I have put V and K capital. Now, the next one is collective noun. Collective noun is a name given to a collection or group of similar kind of nouns and spoken together as a unit. For example, a group of soldiers is called an army. A group of people is called a crowd. A group of players is called a team. Now you have to learn at least 5 collective nouns. Let me explain it again, that in collective noun, we are giving a single name to a group or a collection of similar kind of nouns. Here in an army, all are soldiers. I can give one more example. In your class, all are students. So instead of saying a group of students, I can say it is a class. So now you have to learn at least 15 collective nouns. Next is material noun. Material noun shows the name of material by which different things are made. These are tangible, means we can touch them. For example, my cricket bat is made up of wood. My mobile is made up of plastic and metal. Here, in these sentences, wood, plastic, and metal are examples of material noun. The next one is abstract noun. Abstract nouns are the nouns which show some feelings. These nouns are not tangible, means we cannot touch them, but we can feel them. For example, her happiness is clearly visible on her face. Her intelligence is really unbeatable. Here, happiness and intelligence are abstract nouns. We cannot touch anybody's happiness or we cannot touch anybody's intelligence, but we can feel it, we can sense it. Next one is countable noun. Countable noun is the noun which can be counted separately and clearly. These nouns have their singular and plural forms. As you know, singular means one in number and plural means more than one in number. For example, please lend me one eraser. There are 4 sandwiches in his lunchbox. Here, eraser, sandwiches, and lunchbox are countable nouns. You can count erasers, you can count sandwiches, and even you can count lunchboxes. Uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is not a separate unit and cannot be counted easily or clearly. These nouns do not have their plural forms. We use some other words to show quantity like some, plenty of, a few, or little, etc. For example, give me some juice please. I drink plenty of water in a day. Here, juice and water is an uncountable noun. We cannot say 3 juices or 5 waters, but we say 3 glasses of juice or 5 glasses of water. Here we are counting number of glasses. We are not counting juice or water. Now let us have a recap of this chapter. Let us revise this. At first, we learn about the definition. Noun is the name of persons, places, animals, things, and ideas. Next, there are 6 kinds of noun: common noun, proper noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun, and countable and uncountable noun. Thank you for your attention. Now, students, I expect that you will revise this chapter. Then you will try to learn the kinds of noun. You will try to find out many more examples of different kinds of noun. And one more thing, don't forget to frame your own sentences. Again, thank you.